Yo, how's it going? God, I am tired, I am angry, and I am no one to fuck with right now. A couple of things have happened in my daily life, and the usual grind with the shit I have to deal with. So, this topic, as soon as I heard it, just did not help my fucking day at all. Um, Judging by the title, of course, I'm going to talk about what's been happening with Sarkeesian, the death threat that happened, and yada yada yada. And you're kind of wondering why I'm so fucking mad right now. Quite simple. It's because whenever you deal with politics, because now it's all turned into politics, you get to see how fucking dumb people are acting. Now, I'm not talking about Anita Sarkeesian, because, death threats are a thing to consider and not take lightly, even though I do want to recheck how some other people have dealt with them and if there were any cases. Anyhow, so that is not what I'm going to talk about. What I want to talk about is the fucking media. The way these bloody idiots are spinning this around and already trying to form connections with Gamergate, because on a previous Anita tweet, she has said that one of the previous threat or person who threatened her said he was affiliated with Gamergate. Just like saying you're affiliated with 4chan, it doesn't mean squat. It just, in a sense, it just doesn't mean squat. I'm sorry to say this, but it does not mean squat. Why? Because from what I can tell and from what I've seen so far, Gamergate is not like a straight-up organization. It's just people who are sick and tired of game journalists bullshitting. Oh, wait, you kind of see I didn't talk about feminism, hate against women, and all that. Yeah, mostly because, going back to the roots of it all, before the whole narrative spin on this shit, it was about game devs having a relationship with the people that are gonna fucking review their game. All these little nooks and cranny behind the game journalists. All these little, oh, you're going to have to do this and I'm going to help you for that. That side of this whole mess. But for some fucking reason, we get this whole, man, they are against feminism. They are against women. They are against everything we stand for. What? What? I haven't been living under a rock for the past few weeks, have I? Right? Because, I don't know, it still seems like it's a consumer revolt and people are getting fucking sick and tired of the way game journalists are going about things. But since when did this become a whole feminist issue? Again, I really don't want to bring it back to Sarkeesian because, I've already said what I had to say on her analytic side and on her on her way of doing things, so there's a link to the description, I guess. I've already spoke about that, but now I just want to dive deep down into what the fuck is going on with this media, who is blatantly just portraying some kind of a narrative here, because I don't know if you've been living in the same rock I've been and checked both sides of it all, yet this doesn't seem to have anything to do with women in video games. Nothing! Again, so, and guys, I want you to find the death threat, like the letter death threat. I want you to find it, read it, and I want you just to imagine how fucked up that guy is. And then picture in your head just the guy in the news going, well, we're going to have to link this to Gamergate. It's obviously a person like that, right? I mean, I'm seeing a person that's been clearly traumatized by some kind of event and possibly had a shitload of bad luck or possibly bad experiences happen to this guy, pushing him over the edge on that regard. And then having an axe to grind. That could be any motherfucking person. It's kind of like that one time, whoever lived in Quebec. You guys remember when the PQ was elected and some random fucktard came up and tried to shoot at the prime minister that was just elected. And the media started spitting this shit, spitting this kind of bullshit, going, oh, the English are attacking, the English are hating on the French because, you know, we have the PQ. And then it all died out. Why? Because eventually they kind of found out that this guy kind of got fucked over by the government a few times, financially. And yeah, he was angry. No, his actions are not right. You know, if you're angry at the government, don't go up and shoot up a storm. Yet, still, it was a narrative painted at that point. And I'm just seeing the same type of shit happen with this whole debacle. And another thing that's in my mind, just rotating in my mind, because I am checking a couple of Facebook conversations. Some people are still stuck on this whole narrative. But the only thing that's just popping in my mind, and I keep typing every fucking conversation, is, okay, guys. Instead of bickering at each other's throat, we have a fucking maniac that has possible pipe bombs, possible assault rifle in the fucking Utah, and this guy's around. He says he can pull off a school shooting, and you fucking morons are focusing on, oh my god, this woman, she has a death threat. It has to be Gamergate. Guys, there's a fucker with possibly a shitload of guns. I don't care if this is related to Sarkeesian or Gamergate or whatever. This is an open fucking threat to everyone that's inside that school, because who knows if this guy has another psychosis event and says, you know what, it doesn't matter if she canceled her thing, you know, I'm just gonna go in there, ha-ha! Like, fucking people, you have this crazy lunatic who openly says he has guns, and you cretins are focusing on, oh my god, it has to be linked on Gamergate, right? Even though there is absolutely no mention by this person, there's absolutely no link. We don't even know this fucker's name. We need to find this fucker's name. We need to find his address and getting the help he needs. Usually it's a good trip at the psychiatric ward, because fuck man, from the shit he wrote. And also, he did mention an event that happened in Montreal that was really fucked up by another shithead that clearly has issues. But, you know, this guy did not openly say his intention and straight up went to the school. I'm really sorry for whoever was involved and indirectly involved. But now we have the opportunity to stop that shit ahead of time. But you know what? The medias are so focused on their shitheaded narrative, we may have some casualties. That's the thing that's pissing me off right now. I don't usually get so fucking angry, but whenever I see dumb shittery by the news, it pisses me the fuck off. So, again, not targeting any or aiming at any sides, alright? I'm gonna give people an objective. I'm gonna give people a mission. And I'm talking about the SJW, the feminists, and the people on Gamergate's side. I want you guys to track down this fuckhead and stop him, either by, you know, sending him, sending his personal information to the media or the police, or tracking him down and putting him under arrest. Send the FBI at his place. Track down this fucker and put him behind bars or under watch. I couldn't give much more of a fuck which option it is, but I will not advocate a beatdown. Even though a person like that does deserve it. Why? Mostly because there is a chance that this is a troll. And at that point, I strongly would advocate a beatdown. Because some people need to understand that pulling off death threats will get you consequences. Pulling off swatting will get you consequences. Oh, you guys forgot about swatting? I did not! And that was before Gamergate. But hey, nobody wants to talk about that, huh? Right? Narrative. Haha. But I want the people from Gamergates and the people from the SJW community, the feminist community, to track that person down. Using whatever means they can. And then send his information to the police. We do not want an individual like that running in the streets. I don't care if it's a troll. It's still an idiot who I strongly would say should not reproduce. It's still an idiot who goes around, makes some serious threats. Again, look at the letter. You will have to find the letter. I'll try to track down the original article with the letter, because there are many articles that will not post this letter. I don't know, it would kind of scare people. But the amount of insane shit told in that letter clearly says either a troll or a demented person. Either way, you track that fucker down and you get him the help he needs. Good trip at the psychiatric wards will kind of help you. I hope. As long as they don't fuck up like what they did with Magnota. No joke! Fucker was caught in Toronto, I think Toronto or in the BC, for killing animals. They only kept him once and they didn't check back. And then look what the fuck he did! Chopped up an entire human being! And that shit could have been averted if they fucking locked him up! And checked back on him! So, guys, Gamergate, SJW. I'm not even gonna count the game journalists, because I saw the Polygon and Kotaku article, and these guys are bluntly using this as a smokescreen for their BS that was called out. Fuck these guys. I want the two active groups to stop being at each other's throat, because in the end, this is a whole game journalist thing, and to fucking track down that person before he actually just goes off the deep end and fucks up someone else's life. Alright? As for you, Anita, instead of fucking tweeting that shit, you call the FBI straight away. And why am I pissed at you? It's because technically, we could have had a good trail. We could have had this idiot on his keyboard just going, nothing's going to happen. I am safe at my own home. No one's gonna track me down. Yeah. Well, in the meantime, the FBI could have fucking tracked his IP down, traced him to his house, and got him under fucking lockup within a day. Now, I don't fucking know what could be happening with this person. If it's a troll, if it's an actual crazy lunatic, guy's already tipped off. Way to go. Fucking big mouth. Pisses me off, man. The media and this whole shit. And the way people are reacting to that. So guys, that's my recommendation. Fucking stop being at each other's throat, track down this son of a bitch, and stop him before he fucking acts out. And if it's a troll, hey, even better, it's a good lesson. Fuck, man, get your 2 days in jail and fucking understand, don't pull that shit again. Or, on the... Actually, okay, unlike the little girl I spoke about in the previous video that, you know, got a good scolding from her mom, this fucker is not getting any kind of scolding. This fucker's just going straight up in the loony bin. I'm out, people. Sorry for the venting, but yo, this narrative bullshit just riles me up! Ugh, I can feel the anger coming again. Later.